All right, now that we've built out a couple of jobs and we've really fleshed out our projects in some detail, let's look at some other functionalities that are available on jobs. So firstly, let's have a look at John's home. And here we have a few jobs for John's home. Now, how do we update these jobs? Let's say when they get completed. So for example, clearing the land has been completed. So to update a job status, you'd simply just click on the status option and you can just set that it's completed or whatever the status might be for the job. So you'll notice this job status was updated to completed, and you'll also notice that the project statistics has updated in terms of the completion, right? Further to that, you'll see that the counts on John's project got updated because you see, okay, we have 7 jobs here, but this one was just completed. So we have 6 pending jobs and 2 of the jobs are completed. Now, if we go to the projects list as well, there we go. So you'll see for John's home, you'll see the statistics have also been updated on this job. Now, let's just browse back to this job, and we did not update the actual dates for that completed job. And this is something that you would want to do if you want to track how did you go about with your project, how many days you were late and stuff like that. So in order to pull up back the job, you can just select the status here and say, hey, show me all of the completed jobs. And there you go. You see we have the completed jobs show up here, and we'll just set that, this job was completed ahead of schedule. So just within the date of the 14th, it was completed. And then we can just say, okay, hide the completed jobs. And that's how you might want to go about updating a job, updating the job dates. The other thing is that now that land clearing has completed, the compacting of the sand and the sand filling has been completed as well. Compacting of the sand fill is now ongoing. So I'm going to go ahead and set this to ongoing. And what I'll do is I'll set the date that it has started, the actual date that it has started. Once again, you'll notice the job statistics have been updated here, and if I go back to the project list, we'll see it for John's home: 5 pending, 1 ongoing, 2 completed jobs. So that's really how you go about managing your jobs, managing the status of the jobs, and just updating them. And you'll see that as you update your jobs, these changes get reflected on the project, the overall project as a whole. Another place you'll notice that these get updated is within the specific milestone. So if we go to John's home here, you'll see that he had 3 jobs and 2 of these were completed. This is the payables phase 1 for John's home, right? So you'll see those there, and well, in the milestone, you see all of the jobs regardless of their status. Now, I wanted to show you another bit of functionality on jobs. So let's just go back to John's home. Now, for the compacting job that is ongoing, we have 2 team members that are working on this job. And let's just go to employees, and I'll add these guys. So we have Tato and we have Goyo. Right, so these are 2 team members, and they are working on the job for compacting the sandfill work at John's home. And this job needs to be from the 16th to the 17th, right? Yeah, there you go. 16th to the 17th, and again, it started 1 day early. Now, to add team members or specify the team members that are working on a job, you come to the job view page, and then you can just simply add these team members. We'll say, hey, both Tato and Goyo are working on this job. They will start working on the 15th, and it's actually due on the 17th, which is the original date. But you know what? We made some changes here, so it'll be 15th to 16th, 2 days. Yeah, and I'll go ahead and hit save. And there you go. We've just added 2 team members, Tato and Goyo. We've set their plan dates, and since we know that this job has actually started on the 15th, we can say that, hey, these are the actual dates that Tato Goyo have started working on this job. And let's just put a note here to say that job started 1 day early since the sand filling completed. Earlier than expected. Right, so we'll go ahead and just add that note there, and you'll see that we're building out this job, so you have a lot of details on this job, and you have all of your reference information here. So as a project manager, this is really useful information. Again, these are not required. However, if you want to track them, and if it's important for you for your job, and you want to reference this information back in the future, you'll be able to do that here. And in future videos, we'll show you how adding team members to specific jobs builds out the calendar for each team member as well.